Slenderman is one of the most iconic urban legends of the internet age. Created in 2009 during a Photoshop contest on the Something Awful forum, he was never part of traditional folklore, but quickly became a digital myth. Slenderman is described as a tall, faceless figure in a black suit with unnaturally long limbs and eerie tentacles. He's said to haunt forests, stalk children, and cause paranoia or hallucinations. But here's the truth: Slenderman is entirely fictional. He was invented as part of a creative challenge and spread through creepypasta stories, YouTube series like Marble Hornets, and fan-made games. His legend grew because people added their own twists, turning him into a shared nightmare across forums and social media. Despite how real he might feel in stories or images, there's no evidence Slenderman exists in real life. He's a product of imagination, fear, and the power of viral storytelling. Slenderman reminds us how easily fiction can blur into belief, especially in the digital age. So next time you see him in a photo or hear footsteps in the woods, remember, it's just a story. And sometimes, stories are the scariest things of all.
In the depths of internet horror, one name echoes louder than most: Jeff the Killer. Pale skin, jet black hair, and a twisted smile carved into his face, Jeff is the embodiment of digital dread. His legend began in the early 2000s, spreading through forums and creepypasta stories. He wasn't born from folklore, but from Photoshop and fear. The story goes like this: Jeff was once a bullied teenager. After a violent encounter, he was disfigured and mentally broken. He burned off his eyelids, carved a permanent smile into his cheeks, and whispered his final words before turning into a killer. "Go to sleep." But here's the truth: Jeff the Killer is entirely fictional. His image was digitally altered, his story crafted by anonymous users, and his fame fueled by viral storytelling. There's no real Jeff, no confirmed origin, and no evidence of his existence outside the internet. Yet his myth persists. Why? Because Jeff taps into something primal: the fear of transformation, of losing control, of becoming the monster. He's not just a character. He's a symbol of how digital legends can feel real, even when they're not. So next time you see that haunting smile in the dark, remember, Jeff is just a story. But stories, especially scary ones, have power. In the world of internet horror, few stories are as disturbing as the Russian sleep experiment. It's a fictional tale that first appeared on a creepypasta forum, but its impact has been global. The story claims that in the 1940s, Soviet scientists sealed 5 prisoners in a gas-filled chamber to test a sleep-inhibiting compound. The goal? Keep them awake for 15 days. At first, the subjects were calm. But as days passed, they descended into madness, screaming, mutilating themselves, and whispering cryptic phrases like, "We no longer want to be freed." By the end, they were barely human, hollow-eyed, violent, and eerily aware. But here's the truth: none of it is real. There's no record of such an experiment, no scientific basis for the gas, and no evidence of these events. It's a work of fiction, crafted to disturb, not to document. So why does it stick? Because it taps into primal fears: sleep deprivation, loss of control, and the idea that beneath our skin lies something monstrous. The Russian sleep experiment isn't a historical account, it's a digital myth. A reminder that sometimes, the scariest stories are the ones we choose to believe. In the digital depths of internet horror, one legend stands out for its simplicity and psychological impact: Smile Dog. It's not a creature, not a killer, but a cursed image. The story goes that a photo of a grinning husky, with human-like teeth and a warped background, began circulating online. Those who saw it reported nightmares, hallucinations, and a chilling compulsion to spread the word. Smile Dog's myth grew through creepypasta forums, where users claimed they received the image via email, often with the subject line, smile.jpg. Some said they were warned not to open it. Others claimed they couldn't stop seeing it once they did. The image itself became a symbol of viral fear: how something so simple could infect the mind. But here's the truth: Smile Dog is entirely fictional. The image was digitally manipulated, the story crafted by anonymous users, and the legend fueled by the internet's love for mystery. There's no real curse, no evidence of psychological harm, and no confirmed origin. It's a modern myth, born from pixels and paranoia. Smile Dog reminds us that in the age of digital storytelling, fear doesn't need a monster. Sometimes, all it takes is a smile. In the world of internet horror, few legends are as unsettling as the Rake. First surfacing around 2005 on online forums like 4chan and creepypasta sites, the Rake is described as a pale, hairless humanoid with glowing eyes and long claws. It doesn't speak. It doesn't chase. It simply watches, often from the foot of your bed. The legend claims that those who encounter the Rake suffer from intense psychological trauma. Victims report waking up to see it crouched nearby, staring silently. Some say it whispers. Others say it vanishes the moment you move. But all agree, once you've seen the Rake, it never truly leaves. But here's the truth, the Rake is entirely fictional. It was created through collaborative storytelling online, with users adding diary entries, sightings, and fake news clippings to build its myth. There's no scientific evidence, no real encounters, and no confirmed origin. It's a digital ghost, born from imagination and fear. So why does it haunt us? Because the Rake taps into a primal terror, being watched while vulnerable. It's not the monster under your bed, it's the one beside it, silent and waiting. And in the age of viral horror, that's all it takes to become legend. Psychologically, the backrooms represent liminality, the unsettling feeling of being between places, between states of mind. Think of empty schools at night, abandoned malls, or stairwells that echo too loudly. These are places we've all seen, but never want to be stuck in. The backrooms take that feeling and stretch it into infinity. And then there are the entities. Faceless humanoids, shadowy figures, creatures that mimic voices or crawl just out of sight. They're not always visible, but you feel them. Watching. Waiting. Some stories say they feed on fear. Others say they're echoes of people who never escaped. The backrooms have become a modern myth, a digital campfire story for the internet age. They've inspired games, films, and entire communities dedicated to mapping its levels and surviving its horrors. But more than that, they've shown how a single image can spark a universe. A universe where fear isn't loud, it's quiet, buzzing, and yellow. So next time you walk into a room that feels off, too empty, too quiet, too familiar, listen closely. If the lights buzz a little too loud, and the carpet smells a little too damp, you might be closer to the backrooms than you think. And if you ever find yourself there, don't panic. Don't run. Just remember the rules. Stay quiet. Stay alert. And whatever you do, don't look behind you. Imagine this. You're walking through your house, your school, your office, and suddenly you trip. But instead of falling to the ground, you fall through reality. You've not clipped out of the world, like a glitch in a video game. And when you open your eyes, you're somewhere else. Somewhere wrong. Welcome to the backrooms. The backrooms began as a single image posted on 4chan in 2019, a photo of a yellow, stained carpeted room with buzzing fluorescent lights and no windows. The caption read, "If you're not careful and you not clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the backrooms." That one image sparked a massive internet myth, a collaborative horror universe built by thousands of creators. So what are the backrooms? They're an endless maze of liminal spaces, places that feel familiar but are eerily empty. Yellow wallpaper, flickering lights, damp carpet, and the constant hum of electricity. There are no doors. No windows. No escape. Just level after level of surreal, decaying architecture. And you're not alone. The legend says there are multiple levels, each with its own rules, dangers, and entities. Level 0 is the classic yellow maze. Level 1 is darker, industrial, and crawling with hostile creatures. Level 2 is claustrophobic and hot, filled with pipes and screams. Some levels are peaceful. Others are deadly. And the deeper you go, the stranger it gets, from infinite hotel lobbies to flooded office buildings to voids of pure black. But here's the twist, the backrooms aren't real. They're a digital myth, born from a single image and expanded through creepypasta, YouTube videos, indie games, and collaborative storytelling. Yet they feel real because they tap into something universal: the fear of being lost, forgotten, and trapped in a place that almost makes sense.